Why?
Yeah, it just does.
It looks good.
Through London.
Alright.
Looks like something they could land on the moon in.
Huh?
It looks like something they could land on the moon in.
Maybe.
From west
Maybe.
to east.
What is it? It's not, is it? It's still fucking
Now by
That's
Regent's
the lunar
Sweetest
module they
Park.
say they landed on the moon in. That's from the website of NASA. Yeah.
flimsy. We've never been to the moon,
Watch
but we
my
think the
drive
skinny
and
little
listen to a
pole
bit of,
and all this aluminum foil is
Flat
going
Earth
to stay
asshole.
intact.
Yeah.
In
But we can't go back now.
Las Vegas.
No?
Have you seen them go to the moon lately? They
Yeah.
just don't.
So what do you think of this? Do you think this is a photo or a painting? How would you know?
Photo. I don't know.
A photo.
No way you'll ever know. You have to believe, right?
Yeah.
So isn't that a religion?
That's true.
So the earth has a ball is a religion.
You know,
Until you really.
you want to know what it really is?
Right?
What is
Why don't you tell her what it is, Matt?
It's a painting.
You know how he knows?
How?
How does he know, Matt?
Because I belong to an elite squad of hyper-realist painters that paint your globes for aerospace industry. Yeah.
The hyper-realist.
All your images of outer space are paintings, and it's crumbling. The empire's falling apart. Tell your queen we're coming. And the Royal Society is a fraud. The Royal Society is a fraud.
I think so. I agree.
The Fabians and the
I
Royal
honestly
Society
agree.
are social
I hope
engineering.
they take the whole monarchy thing off.
Isn't it bullshit?
It's crap.
Hey, monarchy, you know what that means, huh? Monarchy is
They
me,
came from us, like
me-archy.
60%.
I'm an archy. Are we disturbing the peace?
I didn't know if somebody was coming over here to
Disturbing the
tell us
mind
the
is like
news.
disturbing the
Are you going to
peace.
put this on somewhere?
We're YouTubers. Don't
Are
worry.
you?
So you're
We're gonna
going
distort
to
your
be
face, don't worry about
broadcasted to
Your
thousands
face
of
will be
people.
distorted, they won't recognize
Can you
it.
tag me? Because I'm on Instagram.
Let's try it again. I'll do you one better than tag you. I'll put you in the video and you can go watch it. I'm Flat Earth Asshole. Can you remember that?
Flat Earth asshole.
Yeah, the one and only Flat Earth Asshole.
Okay.
And I'm the NASA channel.
The NASA channel.
I took their
How
bloody
many
name.
subscribers have you got?
Well, I don't say it legally, I say Ben Assack out.
So all one word, the NASA
Well,
channel.
I'm in war with Google. They keep unsubbing my subs. So it's like people are resubbing.
How many subscribers have you got?
He's at like 27,000 and I'm at 20,000. So collectively about
But
50,000.
we're in a social engineering world.
But I think they're messing with our numbers. There's probably an extra
we got like a
zero
lot
or
of people
two.
going, I am subbed for the 4th time. How's this possible? So we got the
Maybe
screen
change
cap.
your name, turn off your name.
No, we're moving this offline. We're
Yeah?
doing this. Yeah. We're about 400 million strong worldwide now.
All right, so what are you going to remember? What's my channel's name?
Flat Earth asshole.
Yes, and what's his channel's name?
Nasty channel.
No, the NASA channel.
NASA channel.
The Nasty Channel.
You can keep it up into his channel.
We'll see how it is, nasty. You're funny. You're funny. You're funny.
Dude, that was a good one. That's definitely going on. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Look at these stacks. I just let a company handle all that for me. This dude actually does have a factory. Holy crap. Huh. That's crazy.
The situation is that I've got to like work for hours screen capping postage and uploading it.
It's too much work. Too much work. Let someone else do it for you. A giant company.
It's going to have to become he's on camera. I see it in the mainstream. I see it after or by another agent. Or I see it as an
I
idea.
only buy Samsung. You don't understand.
Samsung has
I only
told
buy Samsung.
everybody they film through the screen now. The screen is a massive camera. And think about the size of this fucking lens. You know, they make you think that the camera is only this big. No, it's the whole fucking screen.
So the family is watching the TV while
And
the
the
TV is
watching-
watching the family. Say
know?
hello, family, to the camera.
Once again,
Gee,
there's your
yeah.
Space Odyssey monolith.
No, you have to have the camera thing on top, right? No?
Well, that's
That's what they. That's cosmetic.
That's cosmetic.
You know
That's
that
for
you,
you. That's for you.
you go to.
But for them, it's
go to,
this.
No, I will
For them, it's
send you
this.
a picture of my fucking TV.
Go-
It has that
For them,
camera
it's
thing
this.
up there.
For them, it's this. You get this much.
I am mind
You get
blown.
this much. They get
That way, if
this
you
much.
put a piece of tape over that thing that you
I
think is a
do on my
camera.
computer, but not on my TV.
No, you have to tape up the whole thing. Here's the whole thing. Here's the whole thing too. It's like I had a guy. This will freak you out. He goes to me. My family's really smart. It's all scholars and critical thinking. They all have cable TV, but they watch TV to watch how they're being manipulated. But they watch TV. But I tell them about the flat Earth and they shun it and they close off. They won't even look into it. And he says to me, I guess I wasn't there that day when they emitted a massive delta blast through everybody's TV screen to burn the prefrontal cortex, so they can't critically think. So if they're all watching the Grammys or Super Bowl, I can't think, I can't connect dots. I flutter. Why is it funny?
I swear. No,
Why
I
is it
swear.
funny?
I've seen people like that. No, I'm being serious.
Yeah, this only
I
sounds
believe that.
crazy unless you like can totally see it happening to everyone. Then it's like,
Oh
my
man,
God.
that
Because
laugh,
I'm trying to have
that laugh, they all go.
conversations with
It's like, whoa,
Yeah.
that's like the asylum laugh.
Dude, I've tried to
When
have
you go-
conversations with people
you-
like that.
Yeah, when you go flat Earth and
Yeah,
they go,
and they're like-
they go. It's not even their normal laugh.
No.
It's like
It's
a
like-
possessed entity that's got their mind, and they're programmed to go funny. My cousin did, and she's really smart. And then I saw her and I was creeped out because she was like, somebody's stealing my shirts. They're doing my shirts. And she's like, she went online and Google and she was like, Matt Powerline. And she was like, flat Earth, flat. and I looked over at her. And I went. And then she was like, and she realized I looked at her because she realized she laughed weird. And she realized that I don't. Why? Yeah. What? Why is he looking at me like I'm a subject now? Because that's what I'm looking at you like, as you're a test subject. You know what I mean? Like, why do you think that's funny? Brainwash, flat, or you think you're this flat. It's like a weird Tourette's. It's like a weird Tourette's or something. It's like, and what's the punchline?
Oh my god.
What's the punchline there? I mean, it's kind of like a splat. Did you go look at
That's
the
pretty
horizon?
much. That's
And
pretty
the
much.
point of view you never saw, it's more that than the horizon you see every day. Well, where's your CGI? I don't need any, dude. I got the fucking window. I got the vista. I got the lake. I got the valley. I got the ocean. I don't need CGI. That's the funny part. If you're lying, you need CGI.
Exactly.
Like you need CGI if you're fucking telling a tall tale. You know? Like no, don't forget that. Look at the computer. You know what I mean? Hey, Rusty, flat Earth.
Cartoons for
I'm licking my paw.
He just starts licking. He just
Yeah.
starts licking.
eating his
He
hands.
doesn't fucking give a shit.
No,
He knows. That's the worst part.
no one's paying attention to him right now.
No, but that's the worst part. Is every animal,
Except we are.
every other animal won't laugh at that. They won't. Well, because their animals are stupid. No, it's because they know it's flat.
Oh.
They fucking
They do.
You
Well,
know,
he's
you
heard
could
me-
get in the mind of a bird.
He's heard me talking though.
It's probably a yes.
You don't think those birds are
Okay.
going, well, we gotta get that curve. You know, we want you up there. We don't get this much curve. No, they're just like, wow.
Yeah, man.
If you could know the mind of the animal kingdom.
If the Earth, here's what no one said. At least I haven't heard. If the Earth was a ball, birds would have to constantly fly
dip
down.
their- constantly
Never
dip
say
their nose.
plane, but we don't say birds. You never say bird. Yeah, man. You ever
Dip
see
that
bird?
beak. Keep dipping the beak.
So birds would have to be.
Those geese. That's why they got the head goose or the head duck. That's why they go into because he's telling them, okay, dip,
And
Dip.
they're born.
dip now.
They're born with the curvature formula predetermined in
Yeah,
their
they got
head.
a predetermined.
No, the bees weren't smart enough, and they just.
They got a predetermined curvature formula in their brain.
Well, they
we have to learn it.
Well, bro, if you think they naturally know when to fly, you know,
Okay, everyone now
when,
dip.
when to fly south,
The guy at the top is the expert on dipping.
right? So
The V, the geese,
If I dip,
the
you dip,
geese.
we dip.
Okay, now we dip.
you know,
They're like, when do we dip?
animals.
They follow him.
They naturally know, like you know, they have these natural instincts. So birds have the natural instinct to
dip their
adjust the
nose,
curvature
to dip their beak
per mile,
Yeah.
per mile,
so that they don't continuously
right into
fly.
fucking space
Yeah.
or into the electromagnetic field.
or the glass dome. Yeah.
Well,
Did you know that to prove a glass dome, you could just have wait for the birds to bash into it?
oh shit, I
Slide
shouldn't
down.
be doing this because Mark Sargent said I'm a drunk and I shouldn't debate.
Yeah, I was like,
So he's going
Aw,
around. Yeah,
that's so
but he doesn't understand that
he's not.
I work all day and then I'm never even actually drinking on camera. I'm an actor, Dumbo! I'm an actor! I always have a prop in my hand. So, And then, yeah, but he's been going around saying Matt can't debate because he's drunk. No, that's the chicken shit who won't show up for the fight. You know, like Neil deGrasse Tyson. I don't debate. That's like, no, but that's like Neil deGrasse Tyson. He goes, I don't debate. It's like, that's like the guy who's like, he's too chicken to fight. The guy who beat the shit out of him.
Matt, didn't you try to go meet Mark?
Yeah, Mark. Well, this is just it. It's like I apply the scientific method, not just to science and reality, whether that's a real continent or a real picture or a real formula or Antarctica. I apply it to people. I apply it to see if the person is fake or real. And what I do is I give every opportunity for that person. I'll meet them, I'll keep it. If I'm not sure, I'll just keep going until I get them right down on the ground. I go, and I'm looking them right in the face, and I got their face right in their put of their own shit. And I'm going, so are you fake or you real? Are you fake or you real? Because I drove all the way to Boulder to have a beer with him. I drove 22 hours. I told him I was coming.
I know this. I know this story, but I want everyone else to know this.
And when I got there, no answer, no pick up the phone, no return to the email, and it's like they were racing to have their little skirmish, him and Agent Obey, so that it would look like, well, I don't want anything to do with you or Eric, I can go it alone. That's funny. You just got into this a month, and then you talked to me in this crazy notion, and then you're already an expert on what the whole system is, and you just learned about the flat earth, but you already know it's an enclosed system. And then I drive out to see you after you had your little fake argument with Eric, so I had to pick a side of this handler or that handler. Which one will he choose? The one with the idiot theory that's from a sci-fi movie, or the racist Nazi? Ooh, I couldn't choose either, and I didn't choose either because I knew it was a staged argument. I knew it was a staged argument, so I had to choose one. I was like, I'm not choosing either of these guys. I've been doing this for like over a decade. You don't just show up and then I got to choose one or the other. And they were kind of making me choose. And then Mark goes, I can go it alone. I was like, if you can go it alone after I've been alone for like a decade, you got some pretty heavy guns behind you, like a budget, like you're assigned to do this, like to contain this somehow and make it look crazy. So I was like, yeah. That was what I suspected.
But back to when you tried to meet him, how long?
Yeah, no. I was going through this.
Okay.
And I was like, well, let's make sure. Let's drive out to Boulder from Tampa. I drove out to fucking Boulder.
Nevada?
From Tampa, Florida.
Nevada?
Boulder, Colorado.
Oh, Colorado.
Where he said he was. He said, you could stay with me. And I'm like, whatever. And I was like, yeah, it'd be good. And I was even thinking, I like your voice and I like your presentation. It'd be good to maybe incorporate you in this flat earth circus I'm developing. It's one of my mandates. And you could be like this Rod Serling character. And I was like, that'd be great. And I was like, so I'll come up, we'll talk it out and work something out, let's start doing some shows. And so he was all a yes man. But then when I got there, it was like, silence. And then Patricia Steer and Mark Sargent doing all the little independent like YouTube blogs and radio interviews and they were speaking on my behalf while I'm traveling in the desert to go do projects for my day job, my Clark Kent job as a painter in the daytime, doing floors and set designs for certain companies and shit like that. And they were saying in their interviews, he doesn't do interviews. Where'd you get this idea to do interviews? So I was like, they were so fake, man. This is such an operation. You have no idea. Because this is the most serious thing. It's not a ball, folks. So it's like they had to deploy not just agents, but a curriculum that would attract metrics.
And just so you guys know, I started looking into this flat earth just after Eric DeBay and Mark Sargent joined the scene. I also knew about Matt Boylan, as he was called then, and he was one of the first people I was listening to, and he pointed out these two characters, Eric DeBay and Mark Sargent and Patricia Steer, and I noticed all these things too. Let's get back to
that are vegans. So let's put Dubai in, and, you know, because of the way they were treating the Palestinians that summer. Okay, let's get the X-Files and UFOs, Mark Sargent. Okay, we need to get the Christians that like are Bible thumpers. Skiba, who's an ex-military helicopter fighter pilot, turned preacher. Okay, so turn the other cheek. I'm supposed to forgive you, pilot? I mean, how many people did you shoot? How many people did you shoot at? Oh, I wasn't. I was just doing search and rescue. You're a helicopter pilot. Where'd you go do duty, buddy? Where'd you go do duty? I mean, how many people were you getting out of an area that actually blew up a school of kids? Right? So, and no one's talked about this. I haven't even talked about this, so I want a copy of this.
Right?
Oh, but I'm drunk.
The opinions expressed by Math Powerland.
No, these are just opinions. These are not
hold
opinions.
on. Let me.
These are facts.
The opinions expressed by Math Powerland do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the flat Earth asshole.
All right.
But
Sell some shirts.
But they might.
But they might. But here's the thing. But here's the thing. I warned him of these operations because it came in a little after, and I love Jake, and I wanted to warn him, like, the last thing you want is your shirt on a radical, walking around going, yeah, they didn't go to the moon, it's just flat, those fucking Jews, man, and it's like, and he's wearing your shirt. So I distanced myself right away from this kind of like radicalism or crazy thing, because I don't want a crazy person. So I was like, yeah, go ahead. Quality, not quantity. Go ahead. Go join the radical Christian crazies, you know, the white entitled people, or the people who hate the Jews. Go over there. Last thing I want is somebody who's like that, walk around with my shirt. Unfortunately, now I just gave that idea to them, and they're like, because most of the people in Intel have their brains fried by doing coke. People don't know that, but there's a lot of people in the NSA and the CIA that gravitated towards, sorry for the word, the gravity's got to come back. It's a term for density and buoyancy. It's a term for things coming down. It has nothing to do with supporting a ball that's spinning. But they went to these industries because they saw a James Bond movie, they have a sense of deviance, they like to infiltrate, they like to lie to people. If you want to work in these industries, you've got to be good at camouflaging yourself. And camouflaging is just a facet of being a good liar. So, you know, that type of mentality, although we do need that in society, it's also going to attract the type of people that are, you know, deviant, you know, do a line. So you'll see a lot of people right now. And the thing is the Russians and the Chinese know this. And they're actually funneling drugs into the U.S. through certain intel operatives who have these vices, because they know they're weakening the critical faculties of analysis of the United States of America's intelligence networks, with the young middle management, the guys that are rising there in their 30s and 20s. There's people in there that do lines of coke and inebriate themselves to a degree beyond moderation, and they're in charge of the surveillance grid, looking through the phone of your daughter, who might be in front of the mirror dancing, nude or naked. So it's like, and the mothers are okay with this, that they announced it, like tippy-toe fascism. They've announced slowly. I used to look crazy on stage. I said, well, you know, I heard that the screens are television cameras, so now when I'm on the web, I jerk off with a ski mask. And everybody would laugh. It was a joke. Now it's not so funny when I do it, because they kind of announced that they're doing that. I don't jerk off with a ski mask. It used to be a joke I did on stage. So now it's like that joke lost its mileage because it got more real. I would see jokes I would do on stage, and then they'd be very funny back in like the early O's and stuff like that. That's crazy talk, you know. And I'd be like, you know, imitating a guy with a ski mask jerking off, going, yeah, who's fucking doing it now? You know, like, and they would all laugh. But now it's like, yeah, they are spying on us. Maybe I should get a ski mask. You know what I mean? So it's like, so I'm still making it funny. You're still making it funny.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Still a way to sell it. Still a way to sell it. But I'm surprised that mothers are not concerned that there's 45-year-old or 50-year-old men that that gravitate once again or are pulled into these industries, that have access to these surveillance toys, and the type of people that they hire in these industries are the type of people that can hold a lie, that can be deviant, sneaky. So So it's like, well, if you got sneaky people that you're hiring in intelligence services, how do you know they're not spying on little girls and little boys through their phones when they're taking a dump or in their bed exploring their puberty or the whatnot? You know, when I'm saying this because I want to have a family, and I can't believe that the parents are rolling over to having grown men have access to the cell phones of their children to spy in on their family when they're in the toilet.
Not only that, bro, not only that, they're granting access of the towers being placed on the school grounds and being turned up to 5Gs.
Yeah, and guess who owns that? Jared Kushner's involved in that. And guess who's financing Jared Kushner? The Bin Laden family. So these are things that people aren't putting together here, and they're racing for this. And if you think, oh, those are just cell towers, they don't cause any harm. So why don't I ever see you put them up during the day?
How did we all talk on...
It's like I show up, I wake up in the morning, there's another one.
How did
Are
we
they
all...
putting them up at night?
We all talked on... Bro, we all talked on cell phones for years before they were on
The
every
signal's good
single
enough.
corner.
The signal's good enough.
We talked on cell phones for a long time with our flip phones, and before we were doing internet and everything.
Yeah, the speed's
we're
fine
talking
right now.
on cell phones, no problem, right? And you didn't see those towers disguised as trees everywhere, did you?
Yeah, why are you disguising them if they're like that? It's okay. And how come I don't see you actually like doop, 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 on the side of the highway, like one guy just putting in like another like fern of like green like fake plastic leaves, like doop, doop, doop. So I was like, oh, that guy's trying to disguise a cell tower. So I'm fooled, it's a tree. You know, why don't I ever see you doing it during the day?
And here's the thing, if it was a rich mountain town, I could see them saying we want to disguise this ugly tower. But we in crackhead neighborhoods in Modesto where I live, and they're disguising trees like towers as trees. Like, yeah, nice try. At the Roach Motel, you don't want to have that tower take away from the value. Yeah, nice try.
You know, I was thinking I just came up with another.
Well, here in Vegas they do palm trees, right?
They do, and I'm like, what the hell is
I
that?
know, palm
And then there's like
trees, yeah.
3 in a Walmart parking lot. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is that?
I just came up with another good idea for these fucking clowns. They should have a tour
Oh, they
Oh,
are.
I just gave them $1 billion.
They are.
No, but I mean, you sell to the consumer.
They're filming me right
Anyways, I
now.
shouldn't be giving them the ideas.
All right.
Because I'm drunk, right, Mark? I'm drunk. I can't hold a debate. I can't talk properly because I'm slurring my words and I'm inebriated. I can't actually execute logic. Right? Mark Sargent? Oh, the other thing too, IPS and Mark Sargent. Mark Sargent is full-blown pushing IPS. I want to meet IPS. He's saying all the right things. But IPS?
I've never had a good vibe.
Yeah, but he's saying all the right things. So I gotta
I
go.
didn't know.
I gotta
I didn't know
prove
about
or
him.
disprove the authenticity of the person.
I'll show up to Albuquerque.
Yeah, why not? You know, there's gonna be some.
Albuquerque!
We got a lot
I say
of.
that on purpose, of course.
We got a lot of
I love
people in common. But Mark Sargent, who's an enclosed system world guy, is now pushing finally more land. But he never pushed it with me. But now he's pushing it with IPS. That's strange. So that's strange because you didn't want to talk to me about that.
So he's like a new hand.
So that's kind of weird. And what's interesting is I love the chat raid idea that they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Problem is that they've now turned flat earthers into, they're smearing the flat earth.
One lady already said, "Oh, aren't these like Nazis?" Yeah, didn't
Yeah.
one lady say that already?
Yeah.
when
No,
you-
no, but here's the situation, and he put that up. But what's interesting is that I think that I don't know if Jack is aware of this, but the intel that would want to contain this and ruin his format, IPS, or ruin the flat Earth, is to push it as a massive trolling operation. So then it's not seen as credible. So what we got is people raiding people's businesses online because they're going into people who are like just trying to sell games, or they have a vaping shop and they just hit it. You go flat Earth, globe tart. So they're not actually giving proper links and arguments or putting this link to the NASA channel.
Yeah.
This guy started it. This proof. This thing. This video where you see a site target at long distance. They're just going flat Earth, fuck you, or flat Earth, flat. I don't know what to do, but from what I'm hearing is that it's turning out that it's turning flat Earth into a massive troll, and That's not good.
I gotta agree to some extent. So I think it's a cool idea, but to some extent, if it's turned into like, oh, those
Well, we
guys who
become
just
the
go
Globers.
around
We
and
become the
yell-
Globers.
and yell. They just go around and yell flat Earth at people.
And they
Oh
call
yeah,
them
but
names.
yeah,
And they call them
they
names.
don't have any good arguments. They'll just show up while you're trying to sell your products and just scream flat Earth at you. Don't pay any attention to them.
It's like going into an
Yeah.
office.
Ridiculous.
It's like running into an office and go flat Earth,
But you know
throw
what?
bananas
Here's
and
the thing.
whipped cream and
Here's
go
the thing.
flat Earth. We rated you.
I've seen that.
That's what I'm concerned is going on. So Jack, if you're listening,
What office?
stop it. Stop that part of it. Start turning this into academia. When you look at my comments and the symphony that because I don't approve all of them, but I do approve people like attacking me, and then once in a while I'll put like an example of like, you're on drugs. I'll put one, but I won't put all 1,000 of them. And it's like, I'll put in like some guy insulting me or whatever. I'll put one or two so we can have an example. And so I go, subject here is displaying blah, blah. But I've never insulted anybody. You can look at the comments on all my channels. It's a class act of academic intervention in belief systems. It's like, and wit, and the way I see the comments on a video. I see the video as the house and the comments as the front lawn. And so you have to garden it, right? You have to choose and get a nice symphony. So when you read the comments, it's in and of itself like an entertainment phenomenon of academia and debate, and watching the psychosis and neurosis and
So yeah, with regards to the chat raids, I took part in them, and I enjoyed them very much. And I do agree that that negative element of trolling needs to stop. You know, I mean, what ODD TV did in his last couple of raids was ideal, which I think what Matt Boylan was referring to as Jack. I hope it's Mike Jack that he's talking about. ODD TV. Now, how ODD TV conducted those raids were absolutely perfect. I mean, we even managed to get a few gamers on board to actually look through the flat Earth information and the flat Earth proofs. I remember that I think we got at least 3 gamers on board, on air, do it online live at the same time. So you know, I thought it was very, very, very successful, and it was very well done from ODD TV, and it should be done in a positive manner. That will work so much more. But anyway, let's get back to what we were saying.
logic of the individuals' minds that are trying to do countenance to each other's statements. But once again, I'm drunk, right, Mark? Right, Mark? The one who's pushing this huge trolling operation. So, Jack, I'm warning you about Mark, and I will be warning your audience when I come down. I'm totally looking forward to meeting you. I think you got a lot of good points. It's a great idea, but you have to be careful how you're being manipulated or how you're going to be used against the flat earth and more land.
I'm just waking up. I'm gonna check out of my hotel room here pretty quick. I'm gonna get one last view of this. Look at that. Yesterday, not one line in the sky. Look at this in Las Vegas. They've absolutely canopied the entire sky since yesterday with lines. The entire sky over Vegas is absolutely fake. It's well over 100 degrees. It's like 105 degrees out there today. So this whole notion that that's crystals, ice crystals and water vapor up there is absolutely retarded. And if you say, oh, well up there it's way colder than down here. Yeah, okay. But yesterday, nothing. So yesterday, it wasn't able to support ice in the sky and water vapor in the sky. Of all the airplanes flying over Las Vegas yesterday, no lines were able to be supported in the sky. But today, lines in the sky everywhere, and they just stay there. Is it because the weather conditions changed? Or is it because they fucking spray shit some days and some days they don't? Anyone who says that that's just ice crystals and water vapor when yesterday there was nothing, yeah, you're living in a dream world. Wake up. Flat Earther Damar and his little boy, man. Kid's a handful.
Hey, maybe these are the ones. Maybe this is the generation that's gonna break through on the
Yeah,
I hope so. You think this will be the generation to break through?
Right. I believe so.
And they're raising
And they're going after this generation big time because they know it's going to be resistance with us.
Oh yeah, they're gonna tell them it's round immediately.
Right, but these ones right here, this is where the indoctrination is going to be evident. Like,
Yeah, man.
with the transgenderism and all this weird, I don't mind nobody's sexual orientation, but the way they're putting it out there, man, it's just over the top, man.
With more of us telling the kids at home what it's really up, though, that's what's going to happen, you know? Like,
Sure. So here I am, Plaza Hotel, hanging out with fans in Vegas. Got Damar here and Javier,
yeah, what's up?
and Damar's got his little man keeping him
He's going to raise them flat.
entertained. He didn't last long in the casino with little man. They're like, "Sir, you're gonna have to take him out."
Just stay on this walk.
We're having fun. I'm out here meeting fans in Las Vegas, heading across the country. Man, having a great time. Great people so far.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, right on.
Wrong lane!
Alright, y'all, I am leaving Las Vegas and heading into southern Utah to visit some family. And then I'm going to head south to Phoenix. There seems to be quite a few people going flat around Arizona. I'm getting quite a few requests to visit the Phoenix area, so I'm going to organize a big meet and greet. And when I figure out where exactly, I'll post it, and I'll make a specific video about meeting me in Arizona and where to be and when. And I have some Arizona Flat Earther friends I'm going to reach out to and have them help me organize an event. What I want to do is get maybe 10-15 of us together at once out in Phoenix and show the physical proof that Phoenix is one of those towns that's going flat, like faster than others. So I'm gonna head into Phoenix after I visit some family in Utah. But I want to thank some people that I met while in Las Vegas, because I had an absolutely great time. First, I gotta give a big shout out to Mary. Mary hooked me up with the room at the Plaza Hotel and Casino. She hooked me up with a travel bag with food and drinks and even treats for Rusty. And I gotta be careful, man, weave my car around. I'm just trying to show my cute dog. So I want to thank Mary for hooking me up, hooking up Rusty. That was absolutely awesome what she did for me. And then later on, the next day, I met up with a handful of different Flat Earthers. Shout out to Javier, shout out to Damar, and shout out to Thomas for coming out and meeting me at the Plaza Hotel and Casino. And then I met up with Math, and we got to finally get together and do photo or painting Lunar Module or Homeless Tweaker Shelter live, which is something I've been wanting to do for so long. And we finally got to do it, so that's cool. And in Las Vegas, of all places. So now I'm gonna head north and hang out in Utah for a day or two, and then I'm heading to Phoenix. So that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna set up a big meetup in Phoenix. I'm gonna try to blow it up in Phoenix. So get ready, Phoenix, I'm coming. Get ready. Flat Earth ass across the USA. Flat Earth ass across the USA. Yeah, that's right. It's the FEA, and I'm traveling across the USA. What up, guys? Flat Earth Asshole here, and this is your chance to come meet me if you live anywhere around the Phoenix area. We're actually organizing an Arizona Flat Earth gathering. Hopefully we can get maybe 10, 15 of us together at once. This is going to be hosted by YouTuber Rusted Soul, as well as myself. We're going to be meeting at Valley Bar in Phoenix, and that would be tonight, Tuesday, June 6th, from 8 p.m. till 11 p.m. So anyone watching this video, if you're in the Arizona area, Phoenix area more specifically, if you want to come meet me, we're all meeting up tonight at Valley Bar from 8 p.m. till 11, and that's in downtown Phoenix. So if you have a chance to come meet me, this is it. So come on down and meet the Flat Earth Asshole and Rusted Soul and many other Arizona Flat Earthers at the very first ever Arizona Flat Earth Gathering. Come on down.
There's your world. And that's where you live. And if I were to question that, I would have to be crazy. That's what they've taught us, right? That to even entertain the notion that the earth might not be a ball is worth ridiculing. Today, I am here to persuade you into trusting your own senses.
Look at these stupid drivers, man.
Through
It's
some
only supposed to be a
simple
single line.
and laws of physics that have been concrete to withstand the scientific method, I hope to reinforce doubt with NASA and to enhance
It's lucky
your
there's no
own
bus coming down.
trusting of yourself. First, we must determine the curvature of the Earth. With a simple Google, I find that the circumference is 24,901, or 25,000 miles, to be simple. And